My name is Jimmy, his name is Jake, and this is the Weekly Dumb. Jake, how do you do?
James.
Zach.
Oh, with the voice stuff. I'm good, man. We just got back from Tampa. We were at Yankee spring training, couple events down there, watched the future World Series winning. Oh, Yankees played the Phillies. Right?
Is this fixed or super glued? Oh.
Okay. All right, Jim. You just
I thought it was super
that.
glued. I just broke
What's
that.
your deal,
Flimsy.
man?
They made that poorly. I fixed it. I also fixed it.
Jim. Big news from the sports world this weekend. We're not going to make any jokes because this is a jokes. Dodgers fire Shohei Ohtani's interpreter, Ippei 3, 2, 1, 10. Allegation of massive theft. This is a big story, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys are caught up enough before coming to the Weekly Dumb because this is a crazy story and it's not even fully fleshed out yet. ESPN has some good timelines.
Someone's a bad guy.
Yeah, or someone's just betting a lot. Ippei is either a terrible friend and a thief or fall guy, but
great friend,
which is a great friend. He's either the worst friend or the best friend you can have. Ippei is Shohei Ohtani's interpreter, but actually not his interpreter. He's just kind of like his and he's like his personal assistant.
Do everything,
which is odd.
Where did Ippei go to college again?
We don't know where he went to college.
Sure.
He said he went to this college,
UC Riverside, but now they're saying he didn't go there.
He said he worked for the Yankees and the Dodgers. Both of those are false. So they're painting him to be a very bad guy and a liar and a thief.
The 2 updates coming out saying he's a liar. I don't like that for Ippei's next steps. It's Jover.
Federal investigation into a bookie. They investigate the bookie. They find out that he's got bank transfers from Shohei Ohtani. They go, what the hell is this about? Shohei says, oh, you got to talk to my interpreter about that. Interpreter says, I have a lot of debt. I'm a terrible gambler. I asked Shohei to cover me and he paid it off for me. So that's why it comes from his bank account. Shohei's attorney says, wait, what did you just tell them? Strike all that from the record. Ippei's dumb and wrong and a liar. Shohei had no idea this was happening. Ippei stole that money.
Never heard of it.
Doesn't make sense. And also doesn't make sense that Ippei would have a $5 million line of credit with a bookie.
Right.
So a lot of critical thinking needed here
Tough.
and a lot of answers.
Decoy the dog.
And by the way, I'm married, but here's a picture of my dog whose name is Decoy.
Jim, what was this almost a breakdown you were telling me about with your Mets?
This bummed me out. MLB always makes new rules, and I am somewhat open to new rules, more so than your average fan who just hates everything. Then they put the rules in play in spring training, and you see it, and you're like, Lindor grabs the toss from the catcher, puts the tag on Carson Kelly, and they throw him out, and the inning is over. But the umpire, Sean Barber, says, no, safe. Lindor put his foot in front of the base. So had the ball not arrived yet, and Kelly slid into second, there's the chance his slide does not reach the bag. Instead, it hits Lindor, which can lead to an injury for either of them. Jammed fingers, sprained ankles, spiked legs. They told the umps to come down really hard in spring so the players don't keep doing this.
This is comical. It always comes with new rules. Usually, also towards the end of spring training, we usually get an obnoxious one of these called. That's kind of new rule protocol to kind of put it out there. I like the construct of the new rule, but that's the whole situation we wind up in. You just hope the bad one doesn't happen in the big moment, but sometimes the bad one happens in the big moment, and you got to deal with that when that happens in that big moment.
More sports, Jake.
More sports are brought to you by DraftKings.
It doesn't come in a jar.
Legal sports gambling.
They're not going to extend you $5 million of credit.
Send that email, see what happens. Jim, in the more sports, you were the prom queen while I was in the marching band, and Yale's marching band had plans, ? While their team went to Spokane, Washington for the men's NC2A tournament. So the Yaleys were going to play without their band, and Idaho finally stepped up, and they played as the Yale band from Idaho.
I like this story until I found out they wore like the Yale shirts and the uniforms. That's not necessary. That would be like if you were disguising yourself. Be the Idaho band. Like, where's your Idaho pride?
Well, they're not rivals. Idaho and Yale, they don't know each other existed.
Everyone hates Yale.
No one's ever transferred from Idaho to Yale.
Correct. I just checked.
So, no, I love it. If you're going to a sporting event and you're rooting for a certain team, rep them. Why not? And the Idaho band leaned in and They got them the win.
Someone transferred from Yale to Idaho, but it's a deep story.
Bad roommate. This is not sports. You did something like this in high school, and I think you're just trying to repent by telling the new age story of it.
This is a crazy story. A kid in Taiwan had both of his legs amputated in a $1.3 million insurance scam. There's two kids. There's Zhang and I'm going to say Zhang and Lao. You guys correct me in the comments. I apologize in advance. Zhang and Lao. Lao lost a bunch of crypto money and then needed money, so he convinced his friend Zhang to get his legs amputated for the insurance money. They both rode around Taipei on a motorbike at night, so they can later claim frostbite from that event. They soaked Zhang's feet in a bucket of dry ice for more than 10 hours to get them badly frostbitten. You gotta cut my legs off! This is bad. And the ambulance were like, we're gonna cut your legs off because, yeah, this is really bad. But the injuries are symmetrical, exact same length on both. That's crazy. And also, let me check this. It wasn't freezing last night.
Riding a motorcycle.
Riding a motorbike in Taiwan.
It sucks because I think they were close, and there was a part of me rooting for them. But when you read how bad some of these misses are, which I like that they put back out there, if any of you are at home thinking about getting a chunk of change by chopping your legs off.
Both legs amputated, and he got insurance money, $7,200, so not the $1.5 million. Has to return the money, is in jail, legless.
Ooh.
It's the employee of the week. Tough break for Zach, who did this same job on a different trip, but isn't listed on our sheet. Goes to Jack Sorensen and Ronnie Jerez, because they went to a spring training trip and did a lot of behind the scenes stuff, Zach, and films edited. So maybe next week we remember this and we say, BBD, Zach, Bill, they did this as well.
Maybe
or
next month
we move on.
For you.
On the record, are you mad at Jack Sorensen and Ronnie?
No.
Okay.
Hesitation is the dry ice
Hesitation
of truth.
Education. Masturbation. Let the drummer kick. Let the drummer kick that.
That was the Weekly Dumb!
This episode of The Weekly Dumb was brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. It's officially time for fans to head to the ballpark and root for their home team as the baseball season gets underway. Get in the action on this season with our partners at DraftKings Sportsbook right now. All new customers bet $5. Get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Don't forget to use our code WEEKLY. Gamble responsibly. Have some fun. Use promo code WEEKLY. Bet just $5 on any wager. Get $150 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is Jake's.
Get you a man who can do both.
How's the sports?
What was that?
Headache remover.
That'd be $1 billion business.
Or you die.